Tonight, the Chiefs fall. The Pats remain undefeated. Who didn't see that coming? Cowboys actually play somebody good. What happened to them? Tampa Bay comes crashing down to earth. Another game where 50 points are scored. Our fantasy league, as I pull my best Redskins impression by remaining winless. Plus, some baseball talk as we move deeper into the playoffs. But first, he's a comedian, voice talent, and actor. My conversation with the one, the only, Timothy Banfield. So here we go. In the studio, Mad Mike, Danger Davis, Coach K, player to be named later, and Leland Freeman. Chuck Licata, K-Max Sports, joins us on the Celebrity Hotline. Crazy Joe Pardini, West Coast Dan may show up. Who knows? Let's get rolling. I'm Mike Allen. This is a Fort Kick-Ass production of the Radio Man Cave, and you are now on the air. The views and opinions on the Air with Mike Allen show do not reflect the views and opinions of any other content on Fort Kick-Ass Productions. The following has mature content. Have fun. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. We've got a good show tonight. We're not testing your mic now. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, at MikeAllen_OTA, hashtag it Radio Man Cave, we can bring it up on the tweet deck, or you can comment or chat, and we have feedback. What mic is on? Patty?
What? It's not mine.
No, there's a camera mic on. God dang it. Patty! Check your camera mics. You hear that? That's a camera mic. Anyway, follow me on Twitter, or you can just, if you want to be an OTA insider, you can join our group, on the Air with Mike Allen group. There's only one. The other one is not my group. You figuring it out? Trying. God, every time. All right. Well, born here in Texas, moved to Louisiana, and then out to California. Started acting at 12 years old. He's been doing stand-up for 13 years. He was one of the first impressionists on YouTube, and you can find him on his channel, Funny Guy Timmy. He appeared on The Tonight Show in 2011, considered one of the top Christopher Walken impressionists in the world, so we're going to need more cowbell. You know that. He's been doing voiceover for 7 years professionally and has voiced Deadpool for some Marvel Universe projects. Please welcome to the Man Cave, Timothy Banfield.
Yay! Penis.
Penis? Is that just how we...
That's Mad Mike. That's...
Okay.
I just woke up, so... Yeah.
That's how you wake up. I like this just sitting right on...
Yeah, I covered myself.
Everyone else got drinks in front of them, and I have this, and they're like,
Repel.
Just in case it doesn't go well, just pass out. We still got...
Yeah,
There
we're
it is.
good.
I thought maybe on my side. I think there's a mic open somewhere. Patty
Let's
will
just say
figure it out.
100% none of us here.
None, that's not my fault.
100.
The producer.
100%.
Hey man, I'm just going with what I'm paid for.
Well, you're working on continuing no pay.
Yeah.
It's one of the cameras.
That's
One of
better
the
than
cameras.
some productions in this
Which
town.
is the one you unplugged and plugged back in. That's the one.
Some productions you actually have to pay to work on.
That's the one.
Let's just keep...
No, he's over there figuring out. All right, Timothy. I found you on YouTube as I was investigating my own foray into voiceover career, and you have some great videos on there. You do product reviews. You've been doing this for a long time.
I would say product reviews, like specifically audio gear.
Yeah,
'Cause
audio
I know
gear.
a lot of people. Like,
Yeah.
I get about 200 emails probably a day, and a lot of them are for like doing, like, oh, will you test this stereo speaker for your car? Will you test like this hat? You test like a watch. And
hat?
I was like, have you seen the channel at all? Every single review is for like microphones and interfaces and like audio related stuff. 'Cause that's what I do. I was like, why am I gonna? I'm just like if they send it to me, I'm just gonna be like it's shit, and then I'll just like send it back, like whatever.
So you've had people send you hats.
Try to.
Dude, why don't you take the hats, man?
I don't want the hat.
Does this work?
I really don't want the hat.
It's all working.
Okay, so like, but there's no echo now.
No, there's a big huge echo because it's that camera over here. Unplug that camera till you figure it out.
It's not your $5 headphones.
Do you get to keep the merchandise?
Oh.
Yes, I do.
So you have literally a warehouse full of microphones and other audio gear.
Well, okay. So
Unplug your
within
headphones.
reason,
His headset.
it is.
So it's have a microphone in it.
Yeah.
No, it's not his
plugged
headphone
in.
either.
Not plugged in.
Are those,
No, he just unplugged it.
Then I don't know where it's coming from. All the microphones are turned off.
This is the kind of stuff I would test and review right here. This
Yeah.
is the kind of stuff I would test and be like, I'm getting some kind of feedback.
Well, something's on, man. Got to figure it out, dude.
Well, wake up earlier next time.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
we tested this earlier, and you said everything was fine.
Are we getting?
Just test any sound stuff because I don't know how to fully work.
Are you listening back to the audio that's coming through the computer?
Yeah. Do you have something open in the computer?
Like the YouTube video? No.
That would be a worse delay.
Well, great.
Anyway, this is the kind of stuff that I would test.
This is the stuff that we test.
And then I would test and review, and I would, figure it out. But like, yeah, there's people.
Well,
try to
don't
send
blame
me
me,
a whole bunch of
Patty.
I would.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to look for, man.
Obviously.
But I don't
Alex.
have a full warehouse. Like if it's a product that's sent to me by someone,
Yeah.
I won't like sell it, because that's a little bit dishonest, like make some more money off of it.
So instead, you just have like a fort that's made out of speakers.
No, I don't get sent speakers because I don't test speakers. I don't know anything about. I don't have a way of like properly setting up a monitor. But I test like microphones and headphones and
So you have a fort made out of microphones and headphones.
Or if you owned a recording studio, that would be just, we need a new mic. Oh, they're sending me something to review. Okay, that's good.
Well, also some of the mics that I have that I review, I buy myself. So the microphones that I know that I wanted, and then I got them and then I reviewed them.
Gotcha.
So some of them are like, if they're ones that I own, and then I think we're teleporting.
Yeah, we are.
What the hell was that?
That was me over here. I was trying to sing. Maybe it was something.
Do you also review preamps or other devices in the audio chain, or just mainly microphones and headphones?
Well, yeah. Also mixers, interfaces, preamps, phantom power supplies. Basically audio gear specifically.
Do your videos get reposted quite often on Gear Sluts?
No, but I did find out that there was a couple channels that were ripping my stuff off just completely from beginning to end, and then I finally got to
Really?
Get someone's videos pulled off the internet. It felt great. I'm like, yeah, I can see why Disney would be addicted to this. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I just tell them, yeah, I don't want that to exist anymore, and they go, all right, dude.
Real quick, 'cause I don't know where to look, man.
Let's try mine.
Wait, was that it?
I think it would.
Nope.
No, I just turned off all the headphones and turned it back on and rebooted it.
So is anybody getting any feedback?
I'm getting it. I'm hearing
You're still
it.
getting
Yeah, it's like an echo. Wait, how does it sound on the video though?
Still have feedback.
How does this?
It's just probably ringing when it's out over the thing, too.
I'm gonna ignore it. It's gonna drive me insane. I'm just gonna ignore that.
You started out at 12. Did your parents get you involved in acting, or how did that happen?
So I actually started acting like on stage at age 6 because I saw my dad do acting. Like,
Yeah.
he was like into plays and musical theater and stuff like that. And it wasn't until I saw him on stage and I was like, oh, that's what acting is. It never really clicked that that was a person's pretending to be a thing. And so I saw him.
Which looked fun.
Right. Yeah. And I was like, oh, so you can play pretend and could possibly make money at it. And so.
It has a microphone. That's the only thing I can
He
do.
unplugged it.
Then I don't know, but you're just gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'll
Just sound like we're talking in a can.
Oh, I can't fix it, dude. Don't unplug that.
We just take everything and
Now you
move it.
got a camera.
That's okay. But
We'll see.
Which camera?
Hold on. No, still doing it.
Yeah.
I thought I was there.
Well, you can't use their camera.
It wasn't the other ones? Did you check all the other cameras?
I don't want any of those.
Did you check them?
Yes, I checked them. Look.
All the other cameras.
Show you. That's not it.
So, 12 years old, musical theater.
It's like an intermission of.
I know. It's like
in between questions.
this is an ongoing thing. No, he's done a great job getting us this far. He really has. And we've had. I mean, we've had worse problems than this. And
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like this one time, this camera got unplugged, and now it doesn't work. I don't know.
so you'll just be a voice in the background.
2 voices in the background.
This is just a weird ambient. No, still.
God, that is literally.
Is it a hot mic?
This is going on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're live right now.
Comment below if y'all know what the hell that is.
Well, it's something.
Send a tutorial.
It's something different every week. We find we dig down and I always get the look from Patty. He's like, I don't know, and then it's something simple and stupid that we discover later in the show.
As the nerd, I don't know computers.
So
Like that's your
I
job.
don't want to dog him too much because I did own a podcast.
well, the thing about it is he has done a fantastic job getting us to this point. 'Cause,
Right.
we had a producer, and the producer was pretty much run off by a troll. It was pretty aggressive, and who we're still
Really?
dealing with. Well, he would call family.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That. Okay.
And he is, well, since we
I've been
ignored him and
trolls
blocked him and everything
For
else.
like 12 years on
Yeah?
YouTube. Yeah. Like I've gotten like literally every kind of.
Oh, yeah. They called my work. They called Uber. They called the high school.
Yeah.
Told everybody I was a pedophile. They were pretty aggressive. It was, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
It was a pain in the ass.
It was a pain in the ass for a long time. But anyway, he came in and we started doing the video. And I do apologize for the sound quality for everybody watching this.
I don't.
Mike doesn't.
I apologize for nothing.
he contributed.
I kneel for no man.
At the same time, so they're just gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah.
How about now? Did it go away?
Nope.
No.
Well, it's not anything.
Hold
It's
on.
got to be software related. It's got to be a mic somewhere.
How old are those?
What's that?
How old are those?
What the rack?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not even a year old.
Oh, okay.
It's not this.
Okay, I was
It's
about to
something
say-
in it's in the broadcasting software and the hardware that we got plugged into his computer.
I was about to say, I was like, that's possible that those could be going out, but maybe not.
No, I mean it's we deal with it, we move on.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just unplugging shit.
This is the kind of stuff that would normally go to like behind the scenes. No, you're getting all.
No, we're getting it. We're
getting
live.
all the scenes.
Here's one thing about this show. It is live. Okay, we go for an hour and a half, 2 hours. We don't stop. Shit like this happens.
Doing this
It
kind of
just
like,
happens.
what do you mean play it out? What does that mean?
Yeah.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
Do it live. We have no. God damn you, scream loud, son.
I tried to hold it back. You went right into it.
No. He'll
loud.
climb right
Led
in.
Zeppelin
When he's sitting over
concert.
here, he will get excited. He'll climb into that mic and blow your ears out. And I don't know why.
I'm not even
'Cause
wearing them.
It's like a
I'm not wearing the
microphone.
cans.
But I love the guy. He just got his
Driver's license.
single
Actually,
engine.
yesterday
He
I took a
flies.
check.
He's
Yesterday
a
I took-
pilot. He's a
Right.
rated commercial
commercial
pilot.
multi-engine and single-engine pilot.
He took me flying, man. I was like, I told you the story.
Right,
I showed
yeah.
you the pictures. Yeah, that was amazing. He's actually very good. Very
keep him-
good pilot.
keep him
Very
here.
capable. Oh yeah.
Just when this takes off, he flies a private jet.
Absolutely.
And that's it.
That's it.
I just get paid to
Unless
live.
he wants to respect.
We're gonna put the logo on the
We flew to New York to get
fantail.
on the Tonight Show again because they moved it since you wouldn't been on the last time.
I've never been to New York. Yeah, I'm actually.
So tell us about that. Tell us about the Tonight Show. Did you perform on the night tonight?
Yes, I did. I think it was like a 3-minute bit. So this was relatively early, like halfway into my YouTube career.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, I started out doing impressions, putting those on YouTube, and there was one of my videos that had like a Christopher Walken on it, and that was Christopher Walken was an impression that a friend of mine challenged me to do because I actually didn't know who he was.
What? King of New
I
York?
wasn't familiar with the name.
Yeah.
I was familiar with the name.
Oh, King of New York is my
If you were
favorite-
to show me a
favorite
movie,
movie.
I'd be like, oh, okay, that's the guy. But I didn't know him outside of his roles, and so I couldn't really think of the voice. And so they challenged me to you gotta, if you want to take this seriously, you want to get good at doing impressions, you gotta do Christopher Walken. And so for 3 years straight, I just worked on Christopher Walken. and then posted a video. And Tonight Show saw that video. I don't remember which one it was. And then they called me because at the time I used YouTube like my resume. I had all my resume, my email, my phone number, on basically each video on the side. That was back when they put information on the right side of the video.
Videos.
That'll take you that far back. No one has any idea that.
Way back. Yeah,
way back. Go to the Wayback Machine.
Yeah, OG YouTube was awesome.
And so they immediately called me. And so at 6:30, 7 in the morning, I got a phone call. And I'm like, hi, what? What's up? Who is this? I didn't recognize the number. And they're like, hi, yeah, my name's Mike or Kyle or some white guy name.
Producer.
We're for ABC and The Tonight Show, and we saw your video. We really liked it. We're wondering if you'd like to come down and be on The Tonight Show for us. And I'm like, right, who is this?
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
And this just shows you it was during a time when people actually answered their phones before we had all these robocalls.
Right.
Yeah.
Those unfamiliar numbers.
I don't answer my phone at all.
Right.
No, at all.
Right, and so I looked up while he's on the phone, while he's on the camera. There's a moth.
There's a moth. Moth hiding in your hair.
Our camera doesn't work
It's not
anyway.
flying around. If it lands in his hair and stays there, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's not bothering the rest of us, and he didn't notice. So
I should have kept my mouth shut.
Hair.
I should have kept my mouth
It's
shut.
made of cotton, and it loves his hair.
What if
So do you have a video of the appearance? Because I looked.
Yes.
We were gonna.
Actually, it's not on my official YouTube. I put it on a different YouTube channel that I had at the time, but I don't really do anything with it. The only thing that's on there really is the Tonight Show thing.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, look up Timothy Banfield, The Tonight Show, and it'll have that clip. And so basically, the idea was that they wanted to do. They had a segment with Jay Leno. This is back when Jay Leno took it over the second time.
Yeah.
With Jay Leno and William Shatner. So William Shatner would come on. It's a segment called "Does This Thrill Bill?" Bill being William Shatner, and they would bring on 3 random talents that neither of them have seen or know anything about. And so they had this one guy, and I'm guessing he's the guy that called me, that would just be going on YouTube looking for random talent, stuff, and he would call them and get them on, and pretty much nobody but him and the actual director and producer of the show knew anything about. And so, come in and they wanted me to do 3 impressions. And he's like, we love your Christopher Walken, do the Christopher Walken, but do you also do your William Shatner and Jay Leno? And I'm like, yeah, why? And we want you to do William Shatner and Jay Leno.
On what?
On YouTube.
I took
That's not
2.
it.
I
I'm still
took
going
2.
to his headphones because they have a microphone in them.
He unplugged his headphone.
And I don't know what it is.
Also, this
My
doesn't.
headphones had a microphone in them.
I know.
So why wouldn't his? His
He unplugged it and it didn't.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Also, this doesn't do mic. This is just ground left and right.
Yeah, it doesn't have the mic thingy on it.
Yeah.
It's going through his.
So
his
turning
preamp
that
anyway,
off,
so
turned off to this, but it killed the
It
sound.
completely mutes the entire thing.
Ah.
Yeah, see?
Here's the good news to this thing, all recorded and live.
Yes.
You can go back and if you when you
laugh at all
eventually-
this, yeah.
Well, yeah, that, but you can eventually fix it, and then that's documented. If we ever have that issue again.
Well, it's
that
always
episode-
something new. Every week it's something new. We fix the old thing,
Yeah, then something.
and we don't change anything. And then the next week it's like, okay, well, you figured.
It's like a German car. What's going to break this week?
Yeah, exactly. So what happened on the Tonight Show?
Well, okay, so they wanted me to come down there to do Jay Leno and William Shatner to their face, and and they're not going to know. They didn't want them to know about it. Because they wanted this to just be fresh and just surprise attack them with impressions. And I'm not okay with that because, Well, I know for a fact that Jay Leno and William Shatner hate people doing impressions of them. Both of them. And you got both of them in the same room. And I have to do both of them. Like, just, come on. Why don't you shoot me in the head? And I was told that they were going to be informed. That was the worst part. I was told that they were going to be told ahead of time that I was going to be doing this. And so I come in, and, like, I'm in the green room, and there's, like, another dude who's, like, a drummer, and there's a dude who's, like, bounces on a ball.
Yeah.
Who cares? Nice guys, but bouncing on a ball, nice trick, who cares?
Yeah.
And we're all, like, we're in the green room, we're just chilling. And Jay Leno just walks in, the door's open, he just walks in, and he's wearing the denim he always wears. People ask, like, does he actually wear that? Yeah, 100%. He has 2 outfits, suit and tie and denim. That's it.
What did that poor moth ever do to you?
Got in the way.
Nothing now.
Poor moth.
But so he comes in. He just comes in like behind me. Didn't even see him. And he just comes in, and I'm like, oh, hey, how's it going? He's like, hey, how's it going? How's it going? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Oh, it's gonna be a good shot. It's gonna be a good shot. I don't know what you guys are doing, but break a leg, and he just walks out right out of the room. We're like, what the hell is that? And I turned to the director. I'm like, you haven't told him. He's like, no, I'm not gonna tell him. I'm not gonna tell him that you're doing an impression of him. I was like, well, why not? Because it's going to be hilarious. I was like, for you.
Could kill your career.
It's going to be funny for me. I have to stare him down the barrel of his eyes. Are you doing this to me? And so...
Did he go on about his car collection?
No, he didn't have enough time. He had to get...
No, he was in and out.
Yeah, he was in and out. And so we go on. I go up. I do my Christopher Walken, and then I do my William Shatner, which surprisingly he liked, but only because he was promoting. It was like a documentary about the
captains.
The captains, yeah.
Oh, that's a great documentary.
And
Nerd.
so he was.
I'm a big time nerd, big Star Trek fan.
It's a great documentary. He's a great host for documentaries. I don't know how good he is as an actor at other things, but in documentaries is amazing.
One of the best, sir.
And so I do my William Shatner. And then, he loved it. He got to promote his documentary again, like to plug it again, so he laughed and loved it. And then when it came to Jay Leno, he was like, hey, what's your third impression? And I go, oh, Jay Leno. And then Jay Leno just shuts down. He just, doesn't look at me anymore, just stares off. And you can see every single camera guy just bent over laughing, just with tears in their eyes. And they're just dying. And he's looking at the director over there who's also laughing. He's like, you son of a...
Because he didn't know.
Yeah, he had no idea. They didn't tell him.
That's awesome.
They did not tell him. He had no idea.
Whatever you did made it worse.
Yeah, I think it's progressively getting worse.
There's a mic open.
Yeah.
Oh, it's none of mine, man.
Woohoo!
All these are off.
I really like it.
It's gotta be
A
something.
lot.
Is there something plugged into your computer that you plugged in to listen to your games?
Is it the line return? Is that the problem?
Oh. On the, I think I know what it is.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, God.
Where's the USB card? Did you touch it? Did it go away?
Yeah. It sort of.
Sort of. Better. It's better.
Did it go away?
It has a lower reverberation, less of a...
Yeah.
It's still got some
Testing,
feedback, but
testing,
it's not
testing.
sharp.
That's not it then.
Yeah.
No, well, it got rid of that weird.
No, it's
That
back.
part.
It's back.
Nah, he was listening to it on the feedback. Nah, there's a mic open somewhere. Monitor something.
This is ridiculous.
I know.
Right here, sound devices. The only input one is the USB. Everything else is
Disabled.
It's something else.
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
But at least that made it better.
Yeah, it did make it better.
It did make it a little better.
Yeah.
Because on the USB card, it's got a dampener on it.
Yeah.
Well, don't turn your.
I just checked
Hey,
it.
hold on. Hush. Turn the volume off of your iPad.
It's.
Turn it off.
It is.
Is it off?
Yes, it's not from that. This.
Did it? Hold on. Talking to the mic.
What?
Do we still have feedback?
I don't know.
Little
I
bit?
can't hear anything from mine.
It's
I
not the
can't hear
mechanical.
anything.
It's not the mechanical feedback. It's actually just
This
an
thing,
actual
while
delay.
it's up, this has been muted. I turn it on real quick to see what it sounds like, and then I mute it again. It's not coming from this.
Well, at least it's better.
Yes. Help him out. We got an open mic somewhere. He doesn't believe it.
Again. Ass. The good old Paduker over here. Paduking piece of shit.
Paduking.
This is literally the most inconvenient thing today.
On my birthday.
That's what happens.
Oh, Alex.
Happy birthday.
Tim.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, what is this?
What's up, guys?
Scheider Bach.
No. It's Crawford.
Oh,
Not a peasant.
With Crawfords.
Oh, yeah. Crawford Bach. From Carbach Brewery.
well, since this show's going well,
So we got gravel with caramel and chocolate.
yeah.
Just raw earth.
I don't have a mic on these. I don't know why it wouldn't be from yours since you're.
Kaufenbach.
I don't know what it is, but we're gonna drink it.
It's the Carbach Brewing Company, which has actually just got bought up by Anheuser.
And it's a Bach, which means it's not an IPA because he knows better than to bring IPA to
Dude,
my house.
IPAs are... Oh, dude, you see...
What's wrong with
It's a
IPA?
play on the Crawford boxes and
IPAs are lazy brewing.
which unfortunately the Astros got their ass.
You know how an
handed to
IPA
them
was
today.
invented? Somebody screwed up the brewing process and then convinced all the hipsters that it was hip.
Yeah, you put
Here,
it
drink this total garbage. It's
the-
hip.
Yeah, but it's like it's the torn jeans of beer.
Yeah,
Like, if
exactly.
Someone just ripped jeans and goes, "Oh, this is pretty cool." It's like
Yeah.
it's
horrible.
Everybody knows the best...
Some mullets
The,
in beer.
And it's
no, the mullets of
it's
beer...
horrible.
Speaking of torn jeans, they actually sell that stuff at Neiman Marcus for $100 a pair.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, pre-torn. Yeah.
hey, well done, sir.
So I guess the pair of pants that we're on right now, we actually got some paint thinner on, where some spots are now worth more money.
Does somebody's microphone headset have a microphone?
Nope.
We already tried that.
Hey, let him go through the process. He usually figures it out.
Gone through it, man.
Yeah, you just gotta follow the process, man. It all bounces.
So did Leno give you a debrief after the show, or was that just kind of?
I didn't talk to him
Relax,
after the show.
Paduker.
There was an opportunity to get photos with William Shatner after the show.
Very short man, by the way.
Incredibly short, way shorter than I am,
Yeah.
which is surprising.
Not a big man.
Wait, how tall is he?
He's like 5'5",
He's like-
5'6".
He's my height.
What do we wait?
Yeah, he's he's not that big. You know who else is really short?
Wait, I'm
Bruce
5'4".
Willis.
He's
Tom
shorter than me.
Cruise.
It's still.
Tom Cruise is also very short.
Tom Cruise is
not
5'5".
as short. I thought he was like 5'7", 5'8".
No. There are two. There are
two Tom
There are
Cruises.
two places that you can find Tom Cruise height information. One of them is exaggerated, and that's to pat his ego. And the other one's a little bit more accurate, based on more like, people who have to
Yeah.
like, make his clothes.
Is it?
Well, Bruce Willis plays in a band and usually plays at the sidebar, and that's where I met him when I was a bike.
Did I black out,
When I was a bike.
or did we
cop.
change subjects for some weird reason?
Oh no, we just started talking about William Shatner. Then
Oh,
we
okay.
kind of just went down celebrities and their height. I don't know.
We're
Google
talking about
claims Tom Cruise is 5'7".
Google.
Google.
Yeah.
Google can go fuck itself.
There it is, 9:30. 30 minutes, and the guest hammers the F word home.
Yeah.
And we're here, folks,
I mean, I would see.
with a hard K.
I mean,
God, 28-3.
would-
Baker Mayfield let me down.
I would assume, the Church of
Let's see
Space
if-
Jesus
let's see.
would probably hide his legitimate height, because you can't have your own version of Jesus be like
He
5'2".
missed the field goal.
What's even
again.
worse? What's even worse? They don't even have their own version of Space Jesus. He's not even like their Jesus. He's like a dictator.
Who's that? The Scientology guy?
Yeah, it was Zoom or Zool or whatever.
Yeah, whoever.
Oh, the
Xenu.
Xenu.
Yeah,
Xenu,
the
yeah.
space DC-10 guy that they were like, we're gonna load up all these aliens.
DC-8s.
who put all the Phaetons in a volcano.
Yeah, we're gonna
And
launch.
then
There's a
nuked
whole
it.
episode
Because
nuked
that's
it.
that's the most powerful thing aliens had as far as
It's a
weapon
nuclear
technology.
device.
It's a nuclear
Yeah.
device. Yeah, no, exactly. When I think aliens, I think just A-bombs just
I
dropping.
mean, Star Trek.
Yeah.
What are they, photon torpedoes? That's a World War II.
Fascinating.
I mean, the idea of launching aliens into a volcano sounds pretty cool, though.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, but that would be if there was a Tom Cruise movie about that. Okay, because then you get to see him run away from the nuclear exploding volcano.
Tom Cruise.
Well, he kind of did
Battlefield
War of the Worlds. He
War of the
did.
Worlds, yeah. Just running away from people just up behind him. Which I still love that movie. People should talk shit about him. It's a great movie. Look, Tom Cruise is
like
insane, but his movies are great. And I will pretty much fight anyone. You have to show me, give me a good
And I
movie.
wasn't really up on the whole Top Gun thing because I didn't know the angle they were gonna have.
Yeah.
And then I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
I'm pumped, man.
That thing looks
The
amazing.
sequel?
Oh my god, that's gonna
It
be
actually
a
looks
good
good.
movie.
It actually. Okay, here's a part of
You know what also helped is that it came out a day after the Cats trailer, which was
which
absolutely
saved the internet. If the only thing we had was the Cats trailer to look at for like another couple days,
that thing was
we would've
horrific.
shot
That thing was
ourselves in the
horrific.
head.
So basically, it made the Top Gun trailer that much more enjoyable.
Right. Basically, all you have to do is show a clip of the Cats trailer and then immediately go into
To Top Gun.
Just go with
Well-
Tom Cruise just putting the sunglasses.
Well, what I
on.
thought was really cool, and who's up on the air right now other than our?
Oh shit.
Aw,
What do
dude.
you want up there?
Aw, shit, dude.
Good lord.
He was awkward.
The
trying to fix
producer.
Oh, no. He's trying to fix audio. My client.
My
would
guest
get like a
was
minute.
on the Tonight Show. Look how far he's fallen.
This is not even. It's not immediately after being on the Tonight Show. Pretty much my entire work history was schools and old folks' homes.
Oh.
This is not. This
Paying
is
the
fine.
price, huh?
This is like both.
That director ruined your career.
And since you're local,
No, it actually-
I hope you do come back because
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. It's like what, like a 30-minute drive.
Oh, we could
Plus
have
we have
him.
some
We
fun.
could have him next week when you're gone because we're gonna derail. the
No,
shit
next
out of
week
that
I'm gonna
episode.
be here. It's the week after.
Yeah. So when you're
You're just gonna derail it. I'm gonna come home to nothing. Flaming ashes.
hell yeah.
Just gonna have to rebuild everything from the ground up. Change the name
We're gonna
because the
pi-
branding will be so damaged.
It's
Is
gonna
that-
be like a pirate radio thing.
Hey, we didn't like the color, so we put fire.
we lit the bitch up. Fuck it.
We painted it with a bulldozer.
Gasoline
Yeah.
fueled fire.
Hey, it's the it'll be
You
the
know-
hottest show.
Okay, so I had a big beard for a long time, and I've kind of grown this back because I'll be duck hunting, but I'm going to keep it trimmed down.
I don't know the significance.
So, well, I'm telling you a story about Mad Mike here.
Okay.
So, to update I'd lost some weight, and I wanted to update my headshot, so I shaved it.
Uh-huh.
And I figured it'd be cool
Okay.
to have a Viking funeral. Right?
Okay.
So we found a really nice walnut cigar box. We had an open casket funeral.
Okay.
I had everybody parade by. We had candles and everything. And then the guy who was originally supposed to be the video producer for this videoed the funeral. And so we had a little pond built back out there. He built
Okay.
a boat, doused it with gasoline. We put the beard on it. He shot
Roman candles.
at it and lit it on fire.
Oh, you were so close. You were so close. Oh, so it's like we got the boat, we got fire, we got the beer, he's on the river.
Roman candles.
And it just,
That's right. And
Wow.
there was huge explosions. It was nice.
That was a really.
might as well just
It was
take
fun.
firecrackers,
Yeah.
throw them on the boat.
Because the Roman candles were cooler.
It would have been cooler. Flaming arrow would have been way cooler.
That would have been cool.
So close.
So,
But that might have, that might have went through the boat and then through the little pond we're
How big was the
using.
boat?
It was just a little
yeah, it was
Oh,
made out of paper.
okay.
cardboard.
Well, it was a really.
I thought he
slapped
made like
together.
a full-size boat. just with a
No,
little
no.
beard right there. I was like, look, I'm not gonna tell you guys
No.
if that's insane, because if you go the full effort, points to you. Like, I wasn't gonna
Oh, yeah.
knock
Well,
it.
I was just hoping we didn't burn down half my
And the video
backyard.
for that is on the YouTube page you're watching us live, Forecast Gas Production.
Yeah. So you can go find it. I mean,
Tiny boat get hit with a Roman candle.
and the thing is that he used pink duct tape, so it's a cardboard boat with pink duct tape with my beard and a bunch of a bunch of newspaper and stuff on it.
It was awesome.
Wow.
It was pretty cool.
At your eulogy, there will be a playing of that. Remember the time we took pink duct tape and the beard?
And then I get to light you on fire with Roman candles.
Like that's gonna be the last thing they say before they all cry and go off drinking.
Yeah,
You're like, you're just
exactly.
oh, we're gonna be
Well,
all
I
right.
had the beard for a long time, so
Right.
I had not been beardless for. It was weird. It was very weird. Because I do this a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking or just driving, and I reach up, and it'd be nothing there.
Do you use special stuff for your beard?
I do. I put oil in it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
oil it and-
I picked the wrong city to start growing a beard. Like after I quit my day job, I started like growing out a beard, and I have a lot of hippie friends because a lot of stand-up comedian friends.
Our hipsters.
Yeah, are hipsters, and they're like vapors, and just they don't bathe and freaks, and they wear iconic t-shirts.
I know. I do open mics with them. Yeah. I know the crowd. Fun guys though.
Yeah. So I'm like growing up, and I'm like, it's itchy. I'm like getting like the itchy phase, and they're like, oh, you need to put like dolphin tears in it, like dolphin tears.
That's a
So
beard oil.
soft.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm like just the weirdest freaks.
Well, the beard oil makes it soft, plus it conditions the skin underneath, so it doesn't dry out.
The skin.
Right.
Skin.
And so like they gave me like this list of like beard treatment stuff, and like I couldn't find it at like any other store other than like Whole Foods.
HEB. HEB has
Couldn't
beard
find it
oil.
at HEB. Well, at least not at mine. So there was like
Yeah,
a Whole
it's in
Foods.
the. It's like it's in the aftershave, shave butter aisle,
Right,
where all the
yeah.
shave butter and stuff.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
you have all the beard oil.
Yeah.
That's where I get mine.
But like where I had to go was like this one like Whole Foods because I was like, well, it's hipster. This is hipster stuff. What is this?
That's a beard oil.
Oh, you just have some?
Oh yeah, man, I got it all over the house, man. How do you think my beard is so vibrantly
like
colored?
your watch goes off. Oh, it's beard oil time.
Beard oil time. Yeah, it smells good. You can get some that are more fragrant.
You need to get sponsored. That's what you need to get. You need to get sponsored.
I do.
Yeah.
I really do.
But like I go, okay, so I've always hated Whole Foods, and I realize what it is. The three Whole Foods that I've ever gone to are like the wrong Whole Foods. Apparently,
Hold on. Is there a right Whole Foods really? I mean, is there?
yeah, okay.
Yeah, but
Six
putting
Lamar.
it in the wrong hole is always fun though.
Great barbecue.
So I had gone to like 3 shitty Whole Foods in a row, and I was just like, these are just like flea markets. These are just petting zoos. What is this? And I'm like, I'll like go in, and I will never be able to tell who works there and who's shopping there.
Yeah.
Like the same
yeah.
burlap and homemade
I
clothing.
mean, they have customers that wear smocks. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
no
like-
shoes, and just like the
Birkenstocks.
The last time I went to one of the shitty ones, I like going down an aisle. I'm like, "Hey, sir, do you work here?" And he's like just bopping his head. He's got on an apron. He's putting stuff on the shelf, so it looks like he works there. But
Yeah.
he's like, "No, I don't work here." He's just like,
I just like to stock shelves. It's a
and I was
fetish.
just like, "All right, well,
I like stacking stuff.
bye." And I was like, "Well, I'm never going back to those again." And then I found out from professors like, "No, just go to the good ones." And I'm like, "What do you mean the good ones?" Like, how is it possible to have a franchise?
Well, what's the
with
one over
different ones?
at the one over at Domain? Is that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
Domain.
one's pretty good.
That was. I went to that one.
Is that a good one?
That's. Oh my god.
They decided to keep one of the Gateway open too, oddly enough, even though it's less than a
I
mile
like
from the
that
one at the
one.
Domain.
That one's more like a.
That's on Lamar, right?
No, the one off of the Gateway.
Well,
It's it's by the Best Buy between 183 and Moped.
No, it's right by the REI. Alright,
So apparently, I walked into one of the good ones, and it was like. You remember in Back to the Future when Marty McFly goes to the future?
Yeah.
And he's seeing like holograms and stuff. I was like walking around like, what is this?
People moving stuff on
Except for
hoverboards.
probably
Yeah.
Biff Tannen's alternate timeline.
Except you ended up in the the name just what am I? Calvin timeline.
Yeah, the Calvin
The Calvin timeline.
Everything goes good.
Oh, thanks to all those actors getting big paychecks, they won't do a Star Trek movie because they can't pay them.
What?
Yeah, that's the only reason they had a 4th Star Trek all lined up.
Yeah.
In the Calvin timeline, had everybody they were going to replace Chekhov, the actor that tragically died.
They're just going to write the character off
And,
to the actor.
I think
Whatever
it's
they
like
were
Star
going
Wars
whatever they
versus
were going
Leia.
to do, whatever they're going to do, CGI, whatever. And Chris Helmsworth
Yeah.
wanted too much money, and so did
Chris
Pine.
Christopher Pine. Yeah.
Pine. Yeah, both of them did. Well,
I really enjoyed
Thor.
the third one.
Yeah.
Which was,
You know,
Was he going to be in the
by
fourth
Simon
one?
Pegg.
Yeah, they were going to bring him back, some sort of time thing.
Because he's his father. Right.
Yeah, and then Chris Pine also he had a couple of good movies, I guess. He was in Wonder
Okay,
Woman.
well, to their fairness, those movies made bank every time.
Yeah, I get that.
So what's like?
But you can't take so much. Well, here's the thing. This is, and I use this analogy a lot. You got to kind of Tom Brady it.
Okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm listening.
Because Tom Brady has consistently been middle of the pack paid quarterback
Right.
in the NFL.
Right.
That's why he has 9 Super Bowl appearances and 6 rings. And he has made I think the correct measurement is shit ton of money.
Cubic.
Not on the
Shit ton.
contract that he has with the Patriots, but on the endorsements and appearances and stuff that he does because he's a
Commercials.
6-time Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
So instead of getting all the money up front, because you know it's going to bank,
Right.
you know it's going to do well.
Right.
Make the movie because you have fans, and then wiggle your way in to the royalty game, like Harrison Ford did with Star Trek. He didn't get paid a whole lot for Star Wars. He didn't get paid a lot for the last 2. Well, first of all, he didn't want to go past the second
You
movie.
want the mic? You can just have the mic. He's off on his own thing.
Actually, part of the problem is with Midnight. What Midnight's Edge has pointed out is with the alternate license that Paramount had, they could not get the royalties from the main line of toys.
Yeah, but all that stuff can be worked out. What I'm
It
saying
is.
is
Paramount and Viacom and CBS are merging again.
They wanted so much money that it was too much of a risk for the studio to make the movie. Because there is a chance, no matter if the first 2 movies did great, it doesn't mean the third movie's going to do great.
Well, this would have been the fourth one.
Or 4.
It doesn't help that
There's no
Paramount was a bomb
guarantee. So
factor.
they wanted to move to say, hey, you know,
Right. Well,
take a little at the back end.
Well, even
we'll pay you in the front end.
Right.
But God damn it, let's, you know.
Right. Well, even the third
We
one.
don't have Marvel money here, you know.
Yeah. Well, even the third one, like being the worst of the 3, still was, still made money.
I still liked it.
Yeah, it was still good.
It was a good movie.
Like the fact that they addressed the whole, we're rewriting the whole thing. This is a different timeline.
Yeah.
No Star Wars still exists. We're doing our own thing. I like that tactic because then it gives them full license to do what they want. But at the same time, it's like yours is untouched. We're not retconning anything out.
And it's a
I like
good
that.
thing that they used Cumberbatch
Yeah.
because that's the only thing that saved for me the second movie
Yeah.
was Cumberbatch.
Yeah, people were like, it's Khan, and then the director was like, no, it's not Khan, and they were like, it's Khan. Well,
No,
you knew it. Like,
it's
who
Sunyan,
cares?
It's Sunyan Khan.
Yeah.
But it was. I liked how they did it.
Right. It was
Yeah.
clever. It worked. It worked for that timeline.
Yeah.
He's a great actor.
He's a fantastic actor. Have you seen Sherlock?
Yes, it's one of my absolute favorite shows.
I'm like on my 3rd time watching the whole series.
Oh, God.
It's so
My
well written.
only problem is that they won't do more episodes and faster. That's my only gripe with
Oh
the
yeah,
show.
it takes them like 2 years to come out with 5 episodes. But the episodes are like little movies.
Right.
So I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Right.
But that was brilliantly cast.
Right.
That whole
so
show.
good.
If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go to Netflix. Sherlock.
I hope it's still on. It is still on Netflix, right?
Point of note. Marvel's Infinity War had had both Sherlocks and both Dr. Watsons in the show.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It had the shitty Sherlock and the good Sherlocks.
I didn't like Downey Jr. as a Sherlock.
I did not.
I
Not
didn't.
that I hated it.
I like the movie, but I think he overplayed
Of
it.
all the people to pick to do a fake English accent that keeps swapping back and forth between New York for no reason,
Yeah.
really, you picked him?
Yeah.
Is that the reason why they're not doing a third one with Downey Jr. is because of money as well?
No, this second one didn't do well.
Well, no, he's not
mean-
dead.
Oh, and I thought you were talking about.
I mean, they just weren't. They
It's
just
like,
wasn't.
isn't Robert Downey Jr. dead? No, those movies aren't real.
No, he was acting.
Yeah.
He was acting. So we figured out player to name later.
No.
What's this hooked up to here?
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
There's a monitor, but it's hooked up to my computer.
We unplug it? We unplug it. That's the
The monitor?
No, that's the only Rode mic.
No, there's no mic in there. I got it right here.
Oh, there's not?
No. And Patty's using the mic cord.
Yeah, and my mic's off.
Your mic is up?
Yeah, it's something.
When we should do this? Have you guys cycled up the microphones? Like tested?
Just-
turn it off, turn it off, turn it off.
Turn that one off. Testing.
No,
Say that
reverb.
one. Testing. Go ahead.
Picking up.
Test yours. Turn yours off.
Mine is off.
Yours is off. So mine's the only one on right now.
Testing, reverb.
Wait.
Testing, reverb.
You're not gonna tell by that. It's gonna be. I think it's one of the cameras.
That's why I'm tapping the cameras is just to see if it was.
Well, the
Hey, Patty,
camera.
tap your camera real quick.
Dude, if it's a patty camera?
No.
Well, that one's off.
Plugged in.
He killed that one. Buzzkill killed that one.
Tap it with a pen.
A
My
pen?
theory is that it's the other microphones are picking up the other microphones.
Well, that's never been a problem before, though.
Well, I mean,
Knock, knocking on heaven.
Hit yours. Hit yours with a pen. Here.
Sooner or later, we're just going to like smash it with a hammer. We'll find it eventually. Just keep hitting shit with a hammer.
No, I mean hit it, Patty.
Well, we're hearing that, but only because the tapping is loud.
Yeah.
So were you ever a Gallagher fan?
I was when I was younger. I don't get it now. I was like, I'm actually friends with him on Facebook, and I was actually watching some of his like stuff.
Are you friends with him or his brother?
Him,
The actual Gallagher,
the actual Gallagher.
not the ripoff Gallagher.
No, not the rip-off Gallagher. Yeah, this is
No, there's his
Gallagher,
brother.
too.
His brother went out and did his act, and they look almost exactly alike.
Yeah. But no, like the real Gallagher.
Oh, the real Gallagher ended up having to sell his brother. Sue his brother because
Send his brother down the line. You drink
he wished he could sell his brother.
Just some Russian company. But yeah, I was watching stuff and like as a kid I remember laughing hysterically. I remember his stuff being hilarious and just losing my mind. And I watched the exact same bits as an adult, and I'm like, I don't get any
I don't
of
get
this.
it. Yeah.
Even the watermelon smash.
It's just
Not a bit
breaking
of it.
stuff. It's just breaking stuff.
Yeah. Well, like he has actual stand-up, like for like the first like 50 minutes of his hour, and, like the last 10 minutes is the Smash-O-Matic. But like I didn't get any of it, and I was like really disappointed.
Well, that's the bit that I think got really popular early.
I don't know why it's a bit. That's the thing. He turned it off. He turned it off on you.
Was it because the humor was very timely and got very dated? You think that's part of the problem?
Well, it's one of those things where it's funny once, but then over and over and every time you go to a show, if you go to a Gallagher show, you're gonna see a watermelon smashed, and that now it's not funny anymore. There's nothing fresh about it.
Well, yeah. So originally, it's all set up and punchline. Every stand-up bit is a set up and punchline. Even if it's a gimmick, even if it's Carrot Top, it's a set up and a punchline.
Yeah.
Which is expectation and then twist. With the Smash-O-Matic, he's like, oh, it's a giant sledgehammer. What's he gonna do? He's gonna smash stuff. Where's the twist? Where's the punchline? And it's like it just keep doing that. And like props to him the fact that he still gets sold out on a lot of shows, that he's still doing a career, but like for the most part I'm just like
I guess that was a big thing in the 80s because Letterman used to smash stuff with hydraulic presses and steamrollers back.
well, if he had a YouTube channel, and I actually talked to someone about it, if he had a YouTube channel where he literally just did videos where he smashed stuff, yes, he would clean up. Because that's a thing where it's like people like
Demolition Ranch.
Yeah, Demolition Ranch, people like hydraulic presses and people like
Dropping stuff off. Who dropped stuff off the roof? That Letterman?
Oh, a lot of dudes.
That was Letterman.
I think
Is that Letterman that used to drop stuff off the roof?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, like, if he did stuff like that and he had a YouTube, like, it'd be very popular because that's like little bits. It's like, but it's a live show. It doesn't make any sense.
No. Well, I mean, you got the splash zone. I'm sure people pay premium to wear plastic. And
Yeah, but even like
Get the clothes
SeaWorld,
around.
that doesn't make any sense.
Huh?
Even for SeaWorld, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, it's...
Especially now that they got rid of the whale acts at SeaWorld.
Yeah, there was like one whale that like killed like 3 people like in a row. Like, you stopped that whale! You stopped the same whale!
Yeah.
We had
It's called a killer whale
He was
for
just
a reason.
He was just kidding the first time. He's okay. Just go ahead and go in there. He's on.
And he's still chewing on the last guy.
Martha was Martha was kind of a bitch anyway. We didn't like her, you know. Or whatever.
It's not his fault that it just swallowed the dude whole and just like.
Well, he grabbed that one girl by the hair and drug her down.
Yeah. Look, like, I know a lot of it is because, well, we are the size of the food they eat. Number two, and you know, they're
And then
aggressive predators.
Well, and all the trainers wear black wetsuits, which make them look like seals.
Sometimes blue bellies. Yeah.
Like a freaking seal or a king penguin or
Right, he
something.
just knows, well, I'm
basically their food source.
I'm hungry, it's smaller than me, I can put it in my mouth, I'm going to eat it. That's their thing.
Yeah.
I don't blame them, they're not criminals, but if
Well, they're
it
animals.
kills... Yeah, they're animals. Dolphins don't do that because you're bigger than the things that they eat, you're their size.
Yeah.
You know?
But they'll still run you. They'll kill you if they get pissed off enough.
Yeah, they'll drag you underneath, just keep bopping you with their nose.
Yeah.
They kill sharks. Did you ever seen like footage of like dolphins just like gang banging a shark?
Oh yeah,
It's insane.
It's amazing. What was that? That BBC Planet?
Yeah.
Blue Planet
Earth, Blue Planet, Planet Earth, and Blue. And all
One of
that
those things
stuff.
where Morgan Freeman did the voice, whatever it was.
They usually have the English guy. The English guy that talks like this.
Oh yes, the man who talks like this.
It's
better with Morgan Freeman though.
The dinosaur guy.
Dinosaur.
Jurassic Park. Yeah, when you the guy?
I don't care, Chris Pratt.
That was Richard Attenborough.
Richard Attenborough.
Yeah.
That's who does it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
David Attenborough, the dudes.
Attenborough brothers.
Yeah, those guys.
One of them's like huge eugenicist or something. Yeah, he's like, yeah.
He's a what?
What, huge eugenicist?
Yeah, eugenicist. Yeah. He was like, we need to just controlling the environment for the benefit of the population.
Everybody must die.
For the benefit of the environment.
Maybe if we just take.
Oh, chill. What are you saying?
I've got a way we can thin the population. Let's just get a bunch of really neat scooters and put them in an area with a lot of bars.
Dude, I saw somebody slam in the side.
Wow.
Dude, I am collecting video right now. Oh,
And like crippled over too, and like he just like skid across it. He's like, "What the hell, man?" Because he like pulled into the.
yeah.
Or those one wheels. What's it? Those one wheel skateboard things. Those things are even worse than the scooters.
Well, yeah, but they're not giving those to the public to sign on to and go. Those are privately owned.
And then leave hanging in a tree or in the middle.
Hey, you know
Or
what's
in the middle of
happening
a
now?
town lake.
You know what's happening now? They're not only that, the homeless are grabbing them,
Yeah.
dismantling them, and taking the batteries and the lights and lighting their tents.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Just like some straight MacGyver shit right there.
So you'll be driving around like down when you turn around underneath the freeway there by the Holiday Inn. They come back up. I'll drive down there. You see handlebars and wheels and stuff all dismantled because they take them down there and take them apart and take the batteries out of them.
My favorite thing is the other day I was
figured they're
driving,
gonna charge you, though.
and you know how there's like always kind of like a wet spot like on a sidewalk. This dude was like riding and caught that wet spot,
A grease
and like
spot.
it just like flew out underneath him, and he hit the ground. He was like, and like his backpack spilled, and I was like, yeah, suck it, nerd.
Or
Wow, that hurt my ears.
or he accelerates right into a curb and then just face plants
He's
himself.
another one that yells into the mic a lot.
People falling on
Doesn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
no, why would I do that?
It's like on the downstroke. Got to go all the way to the balls on the downstroke.
Well, yeah, like
No, it
but
doesn't
I have a
matter.
short stroke though, so
That's true.
whatever. But yeah, no, it was amazing. Like, I love watching people fall. Yeah, it's just constant downstroking. There's no upstroke. Just,
So he's like, goes, "Whoop. Well, I guess I'm done. I can't
Yeah,
go back
that's-
up. Like, how do I go up? Like,
There you go.
that's really.
I don't do upseats. I just do downs.
Time to take a shower and a nap.
Okay. Nobody said the 2-inch killer, really needs to be, attended to that much. So,
Yeah, that's true.
it's already like the most famous thing. Like,
On Tinder.
oh yeah.
Cancer's famous too.
No, this is
So one night.
This is better.
So one night I had a roommate. That was their friends in high school. Her name was Danny Blay. She used to be on the show.
Yeah.
So she was a Tinder unicorn.
Okay.
Smoking hot chick
Uh-huh.
who'd get Tinder dates, and of course,
Right.
So she'd bring the Tinder dates home and cook them dinner, and then she'd have a date. So one night she left her phone on the back porch. It was me and Mad Mike, and we just started swiping right. So we get it all done. We swipe right. Hey, there's chairs over here, bud.
Oh, no, I spilled my beer.
What?
Cardinal sin.
Oh, this is such great carpet, too.
I know.
Anyway.
I walked back in here, I didn't know what stain.
Have some Crawford Bob.
14, 15-year-old carpet.
Should have tagged it on your way out.
Put down a code. Put down an evidence code.
So
anyway,
so now I get a scooter run over
these
the
guys, so these guys start messaging. Hey,
Yeah.
what's going on? What's going on? So we message them back. Hey, you look really cool. You look really hot in your pictures.
Wow.
Could you set? And then we got him to send dick pics. Listen.
That's actually illegal, though.
Listen to his number, and he's at work.
Oh. You're lucky this was before September 1st. They actually changed the law. That's actually illegal.
Hey, who
Texas
cares
now.
about that?
Wow.
Well, turn your mic on. Turn your mic on. Talk into the mic.
Defend yourself.
Just to give them an idea, I'm sitting there at work.
His mic.
Your mic's not on.
His camera's on.
It's you. My mic's plugged in.
Turn it on.
On.
Is it on? Hit it. Okay, you're on.
It's just quiet.
There you go.
You
You
silenced
need to
him.
talk.
So I'm sitting there at work, and my phone just ding, 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 and I'm just thinking, oh shit, maybe it's a family emergency or something. So I'm and we're talking less than 10 seconds. And I'm fuck you, I'm replying to these people. Just take this thing out.
Yeah.
I'm replying to these people that are messaging me. Oh no, I wasn't at work. It was Halloween. I wasn't at work. I was carving pumpkins and shit. So I'm sitting there and I'm messaging these people back. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, my friend. It was on Grindr.
Oh, he figured it out.
Oh, dude,
He
I
figured it out right away. No, it wasn't Grindr. It was
that time?
Danny's. It was Danny's
Okay.
profile.
I'm sitting there and I'm messaging these people back, and I'm like, hey, I'm sorry. My friends are just being assholes. I'm a guy. I'm straight. I'm not interested. And some of these guys are just continuing to want to talk. And I'm just are you not at least a little upset that you just had your dick pic sent to some random person? You're just over here I get it. My dick got sent to some random guy, but you want to maybe hang out and be friends and stuff? I'm no, I don't want to be your friend.
Look, if the guy is willing to just send dick pics, he probably doesn't care that people see it.
He's probably hanging out all the time.
Oh, but we went further. We had a guy we had 3 guys get hotel rooms. Pay for the hotel rooms, and we're waiting in the hotel room for her to show up.
We had some of them call. We got some of them to call the show too, didn't we?
Yeah.
We were just hey, yeah, you should call into the show.
Hey, call my number, call my private line. So they call on the show, and I'm like, hey, what's going on?
And for the legit, I think at one point we had 5 minutes. They thought that Mike
was Danny
Blaze. And then we were doing.
Wow.
That was one of the best bits we had on this show.
No, the best bit was the whole bit where I thought she was pregnant.
Oh, okay, all right. So he thought we told him that she was pregnant. Okay, this is a whole friend zone thing going on over here with him. But anyway, so then we tell him that it's a joke.
This went on for 3-4 months.
But we just tell him. We don't tell everybody else that he knows it's a joke.
Oh wait! Before you get into that, you got to get into the whole.
Oh, he had a meltdown.
Dude, we're talking
is this still up on YouTube?
I don't know where to find it. You'd have to ask. So there's me, and I'm dude, I've probably gone through 20 beers. I am hammered as shit.
He thinks his best friend is pregnant.
And my buddy Aaron, he's the
impregnator.
He's the one that got her pregnant, and he's playing the whole I'm not gonna be your daddy. Blah blah.
We'll take her down and get an abortion.
They're making me choose sides for who I'm gonna stand behind. And dude, we're talking in the kitchen, crime. I'm just I don't know what to. And the whole time they're behind me, and they're just and then when I look over to them, they're. As soon as I turn away, laughing.
We had it all on video.
And then so it goes so they I said, it just gets dragged on, and friends of friends that are outside of this before I found out know about it. So he gets me and he's like, hey, Danny's not really pregnant. I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah,
Yeah, we're just
we've been
kidding.
dragging you on for like 4 months. And to me, I'm like,
It was like a bit. It was a running bit on the show.
and I was just like, holy shit. I was like, you had me going. And he's like, but wait, there's more. We're going to have you go like we're going to have them tell you on the show that it's a joke. And we basically I need you to lose your shit again. Because nobody else knows. And so he's like, have some beers and stuff like that. So I get like a bottle of vodka and I fill it with water. And I'm just like, making
Take
sure.
a shot.
They think that I'm
The
just
big reveal.
like,
We're gonna have a big
blackout drunk.
reveal. Yeah, we got a
And
big
then they do
reveal
the
on
big
the show.
reveal, and everyone's all like, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And I'm just like, I'm supposed to be your friend, and you thought this shit was fun. Oh, dude, I'm like screaming and pointing and yelling at all, and they're all like, and I'm
was
like,
great.
this is fucking bull. And I just like get up, I'm throwing it, I go out the.
And this
back
is
door.
audio only, so we don't have any
And I
cameras
go,
at
and
this
I go
time.
and I get in my car and I like burn out and I go park down the street and I'm just sitting there. I'm listening to the show and it's like just dead silence and they're just like.
Oh, we need to end the show. We need
They were
to
just
find
like,
him. He
I
might
think
kill
we
himself.
finally went too far. Like they're thinking like, we need to call like the police. Somebody needs to go find him. He could get into like an accident or something.
He's drunk.
They are terrified. And then like what? 15 minutes. Like Danny comes out and she's saying we're just laughing and everybody else doesn't know what to talk about. Mike's trying to continue the show and they're just like. They're like, shit, Mac, we bullied him a little too much.
A bit too far.
Yeah, and then I come in like strolling in, and I'm just like, fuck you, we got. Oh, dude, it was so
That's
good.
nice.
It was,
So a double
it was a
prank.
good. Yeah, it was a double prank. It was a double prank.
Nice.
Because if there's anybody out of like our core group of like friends and stuff like that, like you know how like they talk about like bullying and stuff like that, or whatever. There's like the people that have been bullied. And then there's like, if you could ask him, I have been through so much
We
shit.
have made him the man he is. That's why he's not losing his shit about this.
Right.
Because this is nothing. He's gonna
Like,
figure. He's gonna
so
figure
much
this out.
stuff.
Next time you're on the show, he's gonna figure this
I
out.
was wondering. I was like, man, it kind of going on hard. Like it was funny for like
Oh,
the
yeah.
first 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, no, that's what all high school was.
Actually, he was on MTV.
I was
They
on
did an
MTV.
MTV show with him about being bullied by when they filmed it here. One of those reality episodes.
So basically, what it was.
What was it called?
It was called Last Picks. They only aired the pilot, and I'm trying to get in touch with one of the girls that did it with me to see if I can get another copy because I lost mine.
I have a copy of that somewhere. You gave me a copy.
I think I did. So think you've seen the A-Team, right?
Yeah.
The original TV show. Think that, but instead of a crack commando team, it's all nerds from like all over. It was like a band.
So the quirky hacker that's normally associated with every
group. It's like a hacker.
It's
stuff
that,
like
but
that.
all of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was that, and it was basically that I was bullied by the star quarterback who we went to school together and stuff. I didn't know him personally and whatnot. And it was me like sending them a video, reaching out to them. Hey, I'm being bullied, and I
So it was all
want to
fake.
take him down a notch.
Like
it
all
ruined reality TV for me.
reality TV. Is
Right.
Right.
But it was funny because the way I got, because I did theater and stuff through high school and a little in college, the way I got into it is they posted, because they went all over Central Texas. They put a thing up in the cafeteria, and they were just like, yeah, they said what they were looking for, like nerdy, geeky type peoples. And all my friends, of course, they're like, oh, Patrick, you should go try out for that nerd. And I was like, screw you guys, I'm not gonna go do that. And then I ended up getting out of class early. I got to lunch where they were having them, and I was like, you know what? I was like, what the hell? I'll go do an audition. My audition was all of probably 30 seconds. I sat down, and they're like, so tell us about yourself. I was like, I work at a mom and pop pizza shop. I read comics. I
mostly
play
sober.
tennis.
But anyway, moving on.
Yeah. So I get
So he was-
picked up for it, and yeah, we did like 5 days of filming. Alex is in it for like a good brief second. The best bit was they gave me like these military grade night vision goggles that I got to play with. But yeah, it ended up airing. I didn't actually get to watch it because since it was just a pilot. And I would have only ever been on. It was like somebody else that they help every week, and it was just so bad. Like filming it was awesome, and everybody else.
Oh, the show was horrible.
Oh yeah, well everybody else that like watched it, because like I could tell when like the voice dubs were added in and this and that, and so I'm sitting there and I'm like, wow, this is so bad, but it was cool. Like I had like my own little assistant and stuff. That they were like, "You want anything, Mr. Davis?" And I'm like,
Oh yeah, that's talent, man.
I was 16, and I'm just like,
I ran into
Dr.
that too.
Pepper, and they'd be like,
Yeah.
I ran into that too in one of my first shoots. When you're talented,
Yeah.
especially on high budget stuff, man. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
The cool
Do you
bit-
need anything? Do you need anything?
Yeah.
Steak
Water?
and lobster.
The
Times
best bit
12.
was once we finished shooting, they ended up needing more audio work or whatever. And at the time, I was going into Houston for a theater convention with my theater class, so I was in Houston for a weekend. And they had me. They were like, "Yeah, we're at the hotel to pick you up." I walk out. There's like a stretch limo, somebody with a sign that says Mr. Patrick Davis. I got to go to a recording, like an
Actual recording studio, yeah.
It was like you walked in and they had like a replica of like Han Solo and Carbonite on the wall. And I got to go in one of the booths and they gave me like a little script that I had to read from, and then I eventually got like a copy of it, and I had to go through like a whole. They gave me like a stack of papers like this. This is all the stuff you can't do. You can't talk about it until it's aired.
Yeah.
And then they never told me when it aired, so I never actually got to watch it. But the coolest bit was I was at work one night in Georgetown, and one of my table, I'm a server and a bartender. This lady's just like, "I know you from somewhere," and I was like,
Oh, it's from that show.
I don't know. And she just starts naming stuff. She's like, "I saw you on like TV or like something," and I was like, "I shot a pilot," and she just starts talking about things that she could have only known about had she watched it. And it was just one of those, holy crap! Somebody saw me on
This and that. Yeah.
on this and that. Yeah, it was awesome. And I mean, the money wasn't bad, but
Well, yeah.
All right, well, back to our real guest now. Thank you.
my bad.
No, that's fine. No,
that's
yeah.
good.
I mean,
But anyway, Patty,
I'm actually surprised you got an assistant every time I've done any kind of film, pilot, commercial stuff. I never get an assistant.
Well,
I'm always
my
treated like
first-
shit.
my first commercial was a Toyota Tundra. My very first acting audition, because I wanted to do voice work. So I got an agent. I said, "Get me voice work." So she kept sending me to acting auditions. I'm like, "I'm not an actor." So I was blowing them off. And she said, "Look, just go. Just go. See what happens."
Right.
All right. So I walked in and I signed in. I said, "I'm wasting my time. I'm not. These people here are actors. I'm not an actor."
Right.
So I walked into the casting director and I'm like, "Look, let's just make this quick." And he goes, "What's up?" I said, "I'm not an actor. I don't know why my age. I'm a voice actor. I don't know what the hell I'm doing." He says, "Could you do what can you do what you're told?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess." He says, "All right, we'll sit in that chair and do this." And he gave me facial expressions and stuff like that. Well, I booked it.
It was
Very first ever audition for acting, and I book it.
Yeah.
And it's a Toyota Tundra commercial. So I went out to the Bastrop Boy Scout Camp, is where they were filming it. This is 2016. It was 2015 for the 2016 Toyota Tundra. Filmed all day, had a blast. That's where, the guy was literally following me around. I'm like, "Dude, can you not follow me? You're creeping me out." He goes, "No, my job is to make sure you have everything you need." And I filmed my little bit, of which 5 seconds of it made it into the 30-second commercial. 5 seconds. $2,600. I'm like, this acting thing is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
So, and that was, but the whole thing about falling around and I couldn't touch anything. I mean, I accidentally pulled the stump out of the ground because it wasn't a real stump.
Right.
It was just a fake stump sitting on the ground, and I had a chain around it, and I'm supposed to walk up to the truck to hook the chain up to the truck and pull the stump out.
Right.
Well, I didn't know this walking up to the set. I thought it was a real stump. So I pulled the chain and I reached back and gave it a big tug and the whole thing tumbled over. So I'm like, "Sorry." And all the guys had to come out and reset it and put the moss around it and make it look like a stump. But, well, man, it's great to have you on here. I'm glad I met you, and you're welcome back anytime.
Absolutely.
After we get this shit fixed and figured out.
Where can we find you on social media?
But I would like to talk to a few people before we go.
Oh, okay.
And especially when we have Leland here, because Leland is a big fan. I'm not.
Does he have any idea?
Nobody else is a big fan.
Does he have any idea?
I don't think he does.
Okay.
But I would like to have a press conference if that's okay.
Okay.
Mr. President, what was in your emails to the Ukrainian
president. It was actually a phone call.
A phone call. What was exactly said in the phone call, Mr. President?
First of all, I don't kiss and tell. Okay, let's just say that about Trump. I did not do that. Me and the Ukrainian president, he's a great guy, he's amazing. We're really, really close. I'm not going to tell you what's in the emails, okay? Why would I do that? That would be disrespectful to the buddyship, the friendship that I have with the guy from Ukraine, because he's amazing. The president is amazing. Like me, I'm an amazing president. So, I mean, I don't have to tell you, but I can say this, that there's absolutely nothing unpresidential in it. It's amazing, okay? It's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, the phone call. Did you listen to the phone call? Did you see the transcript? It was a perfect phone call, okay? There was absolutely nothing wrong. You could basically take that transcript and use it to teach how to do perfect phone calls. It was amazing.
Leland, do you have any questions for your hero, the president?
Mr. President, President Trump.
Yes.
What is your... I really enjoy your 757 T-Bird. What was the decision that made you decide to get that as your personal plan?
Well, I mean, first of all, I know planes, okay? I know planes. I really, really do know planes. Nobody knows planes better than I do. And we looked at a lot of planes. We probably looked at like 10,000 different planes. We looked at a lot of planes. And some I was like, these are no good. These planes right here, these are no good planes. I mean, why would I put myself and my family, I would protect my family, especially my beautiful wife. I would not put her she's the most beautiful. I would not put her in anything less than amazing, okay? So I looked at these planes, I looked at them, I was like, those are the planes. And they're like, are you sure, Mr. President? I was like, I know planes, okay? I was like, I know planes. Those are the ones. Those are the planes that we're going with. And they were like, okay, you are the boss, and I was like, listen. So that's why.
That's amazing. I'm surprised you didn't use the word huge, Mr. President.
Well, I mean, first of all, I don't have to use the words that you want me to use whenever I have a lot of words, okay? I'm great with words. I have billions of words that I can use at any time. I don't have to use the word huge whenever I don't want to use the word huge. I mean, I don't have to. I mean, unless I'm talking about my money, which is huge. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. My empire, which is huge. My fan base, which is huge. It's a huge fan base, okay? And my love for the American people, which is huge. But I don't have to use it unless I don't need to.
That is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant.
So, President Bush.
We still call me that?
So how's the painting coming along? Have you sold any paintings? You have them hanging up in coffee shops or anything? Well, I mean, you get called president for the rest of your life, I believe. Isn't it? Isn't that true?
Yeah.
Once you're a president?
Yeah, once you're a president, always a president.
I was wondering about that. I thought people just forgot. But there was like some guys after me. And I was like, well, I'm flattered, but it's not president for life. And they're like, yes, it is. And I was like, what the hell am I doing here in Texas?
Well,
I didn't understand.
Well, how about the Texas Rangers going to that new retractable roof stadium?
Well, I mean,
considering you insisted when you built the Kurt Stadium, they have no roof and have it open air back in 1994.
Well, first of all, I have to say that the retractable roof wasn't actually for the stadium. There was some kind of miscommunication. It was actually for my house. Because it gets really drafty, and I wanted to be able to see the stars at night, and I wanted to be able to see them. And I was like, can I get a retractable roof? But I was inside the stadium when I said it, and they're like, sure, Mr. President, and they did that. And, well, that happened.
Yeah, because the stadium's not that old.
No, 1994.
Yeah.
And it's going to be repurposed for the XFL starting this spring.
So are you involved in the XFL at all, Mr. President?
I don't know who they are. I mean, I don't know any of their names. I assume it's like an anagram for like Xavier,
something,
Frederick, and Lucifer. We don't like him. He's no good. I'm not entirely sure, but I've been told that I do know them. And
it's kind of fuzzy.
I have that guy follows me around and goes, yes, Mr. President, you do know this man. And I'm like, well, Kenny, we'll just go with your word.
Bring in the gravitas.
It's like when I was sitting there with Ellen. I'm like, it's a very pretty looking man. And they're like, you know who this is, Mr. President? And I was like, I'll just take your word.
Just follow along.
Sometimes it gets blurry.
So, Mr. Walker, award-winning actor. How cool was it when you were in King of New York?
Well, I'm always the king of New York. Ask anyone, you can't really take the New York out of me. If there's anyone else who's more New York than I am, I'll stab them in the face with a soldering iron. So they approached me like, want to be king of New York, and I was like, well, if I'm not in it, then you've got yourself a damn problem on your hands, because you'll be dead.
So, Mr. Walker, what really happened to Natalie Wood?
Well, it looks like it's time for me to go. I have a place that I have to be to. I don't know what happened with the time. It flew away. It's crazy. I've never heard the name before. I've never heard it. Elijah Wood. I don't know who he is. I don't know. It's crazy. A pass. Hard pass.
That is awesome. Now, you say you're one of the top Christopher Walken impressionists. How did you get that title? I mean, other than doing a phenomenal.
Are you asking Christopher Walken?
I'm sure I'm asking Christopher Walken.
Well, Christopher Walken isn't actually an amazing Christopher Walken impersonator. You ask him, and he has no idea what you're talking about. In any interview, you see Christopher Walken, and they're like, what do you think of the people impersonating you? He's like, I don't understand it. I think they're crazy. I think they're nuts. It doesn't make any sense. I'm like, who is that? I don't get it. As far as me, this is not a title that I've put on myself.
That was amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm trying to think of some more.
As far as like me doing Christopher Walken, it's not a title that I put on myself. It's just something that's been passed around.
Passed around.
I've been on multiple like top 10 Christopher Walken impersonator lists. It's like the one that I'm like known for, which is kind of rough because I kind of want to get away from it. Not that I don't like it doing it. Not that I don't love seeing people's faces.
Oh, you're
like,
phenomenal.
Oh my God, it's great.
Oh, that's great.
It's just like I know he's not going to be around forever. Unfortunately, he's getting up there.
Yeah.
So I need to So I need to find something else. I can't keep suckling off that teat until it dies.
Well, you have the Bridge of the Enterprise, sir. I mean.
Yes, true. But I've tried doing. There's some impressions I've tried doing in Austin, Texas, and just in Texas in general, like just at open mics and just comedy clubs, that people just stare at you and they have no idea
who it is. They have no idea who Captain Kirk is.
Yeah, like they like I don't know who that is. Like so there's one impression that I do really well that I love doing that some people have no idea who it is, and it's Barney Fife.
Oh, it's classic.
That's amazing, yeah.
Right. I love Barney Fife. It's classic.
Do you do the whole thing where you keep the bullet in the...
A bullet in my pocket, yeah. But keep it in there. Just because I don't want the gun going off. I mean, I'd be terrified. I won't scare anybody. The gun's just for protection. I don't need to use it.
So I love doing that, but I'll stare into an audience of people going...
No one's watched the Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah. I'm just
Or
like...
if you did Jimmy Stewart, because it's pretty close to Barney Fife.
Same response. I used to have like this whole bit of like silver screen. I used to do this thing that was called like decasting. It was like where it's like not like recasting film, but it's like decast. So it's like doing a more modern movie, but if it was done in like the silver screen era.
Yeah.
So I'm doing like like old like Cagney and Don Knotts and all these classics.
Or if you did Milton Berle.
Yeah. Well, but people just stare at you. And I tried even doing it at old folks' home. And I would get like very little response. I'm like, this is your demographic.
Well, half of them aren't there anyway.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. Yeah, they checked out a couple years ago.
But I was like, surely you'd have some of the memories of the Wagons,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Missed it by this much, and they probably said that. they would probably say Tennessee Tuxedo. Or
So the voice impressions, as I'm getting into the voice acting and stuff, somebody said that's a good resume to have. Turn the messenger off. God dang it. Anyway, I don't have any off the top of my head that I've practiced or even attempted.
Like deliberate impressions.
Deliberate impressions of
particular people.
Anything. I wouldn't even know where. How did you? I mean, did you just try it and then work through it?
Well, technically, everybody does impressions. That's the thing that nobody really understands. Is like when you're a baby, you impersonate your parents.
Yeah.
You know, when you're a kid, you impersonate the other kids or the stuff that you watch on TV. When you're a teenager, you impersonate, musicians and your peers and stuff like that.
Alex, have a seat here. Have a seat. Alex is my son. I'm very proud of him. I raised him well, and he is about as. He's got a lot of opinions, Mr. President, about the current situations that you've had us in this. So, would you have any questions for President Trump?
Would I have any questions for President Trump?
Yeah.
Just one question.
Just ask a question. Whatever question comes to mind.
By the way, I like your tattoo. What is that on you? Commentate, yeah.
Yeah, because fuck around and find out.
Second F word. 1022.
It's historic, so it counts.
Yeah.
It doesn't count. Man, if I had any questions for the president. Where do you get off?
Okay, Mr. President, where do you get off?
First of all, it's not a very, very good question, okay? It's not amazing, okay? It's a very short, it's not detailed, okay? It's a very unintelligent question, but even though I don't respect the question, because it's not respectable, there's no reason to respect the question, I will try to answer. If you mean by get off the plane, like when do I land, we're not going to tell you that, okay? We're not going to tell you that, because that's security, all right? That's security. You don't get to know that, I'm sorry. You don't get to know that. But if you mean like where do I get off as far as things that arouse me, that's a very dirty question, okay? I'm not a dirty man, and the fact that you have those dirty thoughts about me, though I'm flattered, okay? I am flattered. I have huge hands, and I imagine where your mind is going. I am not really, I'm not going to answer that, okay? I hope that's okay with you, but I'm not going to answer that. I'm just going to move forward. Okay, I'm just not going to answer that, okay? And anything about my sexual, let me just say this. Anything about my sexual preferences, anything about, is fake news, okay? Nobody knows. Except for my wife and my other wife and my other wife. Those are the only people that know anything. And that lady that I slept with that I paid to not say anything. Other than that, nobody knows anything. I'm a very religious man, okay? I love the Bible. It's my second favorite book. Number one is Art of the Deal, okay? That's just the truth. That's just a fact. Art of the Deal, amazing. Have you read it? It's so fantastic. It's so good. Top 10 books of all time. I mean, not by me. It's number one of all time. And then number two is the Bible, okay, obviously. It's the best book ever, okay? Okay, so I'm not going to answer it. I mean, that's a very dirty question. Next question.
How do you feel about making the internet talk show great again?
Well, first of all, can I say this? Talk shows suck. They're really bad now, okay? So we're not going to make them great again. We're just going to burn the shaft and then start over again, okay? We have to start anew with talk shows, okay? So they're really bad. I mean, I love Letterman. I love Jay Leno. I love the old guys, the classics, the new ones. Like, what are they even talking about? I don't even understand. They say they're talking about me, about news about me. I don't understand. They're just making stuff up, okay? All lies, fake news. They're owned by CNN. I don't know if you know this. They're all owned by CNN. It's disgusting. It's partisan disgusting. It's absolutely terrible. It's terrible.
You have the president here. Here's your opportunity. It's pretty good.
It should be the show. I don't know why you're doing anything else.
And whose idea was it to come up with the hats?
That wasn't me. That actually wasn't me. That was a nice, sweet lady that wanted to make something for me and for my people. So they made the Great Against that. And I loved them so much. I love the color red. I like the red ties and all that kind of stuff. I love it. It's so good. So I was like, yeah, so weird. I'll support it. And it's gone viral. It's gone crazy. It's the number one hat in the world. Number one hat in the world. I have to say that because it's true.
Do you have any questions for Mr. Walken? Alex.
Christopher Walken?
Christopher Walken. Where did you come up with the cowbell?
I didn't. That was some loser on Saturday Night Live. And then, for some reason, I now have to deal with that shit until I die. It was like, hey, you're hosting with night shit, whatever that shit is called. Saturday Night Live, you're hosting it. We have this sketch where you're like a rich guy who's like owning a band or some crap like that. You love cowbells. And I was like, the hell are you talking about? What does that mean?
That's pretty good.
Your mouth is open, but there's nothing but vomit of nonsense spewing out of your face. I understand. And so now everyone wants the cowbell thing, and I really wish I had a cowbell so I could beat them to death while making that obnoxious sound.
Captain Kirk. What is the best way of telling Scotty to stop drinking while he's around the warp core?
Well, if I knew that, then we wouldn't have any problems. I can't tell you how many times I've caught the whiff of alcohol spilled all over the dashboard. I'm like, Scotty, what is this? And he just stares at me. And then he passes out. I don't understand. Scotty, what is going on? When I ask for more power, I know this ship can give me more power. But you repeatedly don't give me more power. What is going on? So I wish I knew.
Okay, my question is, why didn't we do this an hour ago? That's
Literally what I just said.
That's good. This is amazing. This is my boy. I found out I was talking to the president. I was like, this is
sounds like literally this sounds.
you are coming back on this show when we get this whole shit
I
fixed.
have a question real quick for Christopher Walken.
No, we already did. Pick somebody else.
But this is a good
Al
question.
Pacino. When you shot.
Let's get to the Chris
Oh,
Rock
okay,
real
go
quick,
ahead, go ahead, yeah,
and then
yeah. All right.
segue into Al Pacino.
So how was it filming Joe Dirt?
I'm gonna be honest, I was drunk that entire time. Every now and then there are movies people go, you were in that, and I'm like, what?
So when you were filming that whole movie, the bit where David Spade's character is
I couldn't
talking
see
about
straight,
your
if I'm
wife
honest.
and you get the erection, was that your actual erection, or was that like a...
That was my straight hot cock right there.
That's amazing.
Okay, Al Pacino for Scarface. Did you? Did they actually?
Good, let's bring up that again. Can't get away from that shit.
Did they actually have you like snorting cocaine, or was that just?
What do you think? I couldn't stand it. I had to do something. I was running out of energy. We were doing 48-hour shoots. My God. I was like, give me something. They gave me this big pile of cocaine. Hoo-ha! I did the whole damn thing. I just inhaled. Woo! All right. I still can't see straight. Next question.
Good.
I can confirm. I can confirm that he did that.
Mr. Walker, what were you thinking
Hold
when you
on.
said it?
Oh my God!
Let's see if we can do. Let's see if we can like switch back and forth.
He did that. He did that. He did all that cocaine. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
What were you thinking about being in the movie Geely?
Who are you talking to?
Mr. Walker.
Oh, are we getting back to that shit? Okay. Joe, can you believe this? Can you believe this, Joe? Still want to talk to Walken?
I know, it's ridiculous. All they want to do is talk to Walken. They don't want to talk to any of us. They want to talk to us, guys. Joe Pesci, you want to talk? No, let's talk to Walken. Okay, fucker, let's talk to Walken.
Joe, you haven't been in any movies in 15
No,
years.
you want to talk to Walken. Let's talk to Walken. Okay, here we go.
He thinks you're funny.
Yeah, stab him in the head with a pen. Stab him in the head with a pen. He's a prick. Some Jersey prick I don't even give a shit about.
I'm sorry, what was your question? Joe got me all razzle-dazzled. Something about Geely, I think, which again is another blur in my memory.
He's laughing so hard he's Oh my God! Our guest is kicking that mic.
Mr. Walker, can you get Mr. Pesci back? Mr. Pesci, what were you thinking with the super?
Pesci.
The super.
Joe, get over here. Put it down. He doesn't deserve that. Get over here.
The fuck do you want?
The movie The Super, what were you thinking?
What kind of question is this? You're not going to ask about anything more recent? You're going to ask about my career now? It's like, no, it's like the Super. Or like Home Alone. Did you get hit in the brick? Go fuck yourself.
You don't have to tell me 12 times.
I think you need to calm down. You need to calm down. There you go. Joe, listen to me. You need to calm down.
Don't tell me what to do. Go fuck yourself, too.
I don't normally curse, but when it's in Joe Pesci,
Oh, you have to.
it just goes. It just
You
goes.
gotta roll with it, man. You gotta roll with it. Good, but we have kept you way beyond your time. You said you had to be somewhere at 10:30.
Yeah, well, they texted me like earlier today. It was like, I'll be out at like 11. I still got because I still got like a 30-minute drive. So if I leave now, it's perfect. But it wasn't if you weren't holding me up.
It has been an absolute pleasure.
That was so awesome. I vomited.
Where can we find your work more online?
YouTube, Funny Guy Timmy, which is the YouTube channel. Just go on YouTube, type in Funny Guy Timmy. Normally has one word. Even if you type it as 3 words, you should find it. And if you want to find Timothy Banfield, The Tonight Show, and watch that clip, there's one clip of it. Because I ripped it, and I was like, I'm keeping this shit.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
This is mine forever. So that's on there. So if you want to go find that, that's there. So basically, just you can look up Timothy Banfield. And pretty much, I should be the most famous on YouTube.
Yeah.
If there is, I'll stab him. I'll kill him.
Well, there is a Tim Banfield who's a workout guru guy that I did find out.
Is there?
Yeah, he's bald. But he's not a comic. Well, he's not a comic or anything. He does like workout regimens and stuff like that. He's Tim Banfield. It's Tim Banfield, not Timothy Banfield.
Yeah.
Imagine bowling.
Yeah, that was
The worst.
Kind of like Patty over there.
Not being able to steal your friend's visors.
Oh yeah. He's like, I could wear his hats all day, but not his visors because they pull back the hair and reveal the solar.
I see that Austin Eastsider's hat. I'm actually concerned of whether or not you took that from my place.
It's turning into the solar panel for the sex machine.
Yeah, whatever.
Yes,
Wow! I've never heard that. That is the worst thing I have ever heard anyone say.
That's not even that bad. I mean,
It has been an absolute pleasure. You are amazing.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you guys for having me.
no, dude, it was awesome.
Hey, you're welcome back to any of the shenanigans we do here. Matter of fact, I don't know if you have family in town, but we do have a Thanksgiving gathering. I cook a turkey all day. We watch football. We hang out. You're welcome to come join us for that. And just
If my family's not doing anything, I will let you know.
We're gonna have the
Absolutely.
diarrhea show in 2 weeks.
Oh, please, no.
oh well, see, him and I are going to Michigan to hunt ducks.
And so it's just these three.
So it's these clowns plus a friend of mine who's going to come in.
Oh, thank God, you have a babysitter. Okay.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how that goes.
So we're gonna see if I got to come back and rebuild the empire afterwards.
Start from scratch.
Good stuff, man. Get out here. You got to get your stuff.
There's not gonna be a lot of sports. It's gonna be mostly terrible degeneracy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Timothy Banfield, find him online. We're going to do our NFL picks here. That was amazing. And next time we'll do that. Hey, we'll do the other stuff earlier. Yeah. Holy cow, that was amazingly funny.
I was laughing so hard, I was like, I can't.
I don't know why you guys left. I'm like, go get him. This is awesome.
We're busy.
All right. So
I literally laughed so hard I puked and like
I know
that it hurts.
I know. We gotta get this sound stuff fixed, man. No, we haven't plugged that one. We haven't plugged it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna shot in the dark here. I'm no Bill Nye the Science Guy, but I would
Far the
gather
Far the
that
producer.
Perhaps because of the cooler weather, the sound waves are more condensed in this room.
That could be it.
And it's causing the microphones to actually pick up on more.
That could be it.
Yeah. Because usually it's like close to 100 degrees here, and I'd be sweating my ass off. But it's actually nice and cool in here, so maybe that's it.
No, there's always.
Yeah, for the first time,
We'll figure those autumn nights rolling through Hedo, Texas here. It'd be like 12 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning, and it sounds like the train is right outside my fucking window.
That could be. That could be. I think something's left on somewhere. We'll figure it out.
We'll see.
Maybe we had a great time.
This was amazing.
Well, I found him through YouTube when I was doing research to do voice work, and he does a lot of informational videos. He's a great guy. I mean, man, I'm so glad I met him.
That was hilarious.
We'll have him back on. Definitely have him back on.
That was awesome.
Wasn't that good? I mean, he did.
I was like, yeah, that sounds exactly.
That would literally be something he would say.
Those reporters sit in the what's it called? Like saying we're asking questions.
Well, he did George Bush before you came in, and he did a good George Bush.
I mean,
Should have asked if 9/11 was an inside job.
Oh, see, well, yeah, he had to go. He had to get to his thing, so I didn't want to keep him. But he was already 30 minutes beyond.
That was lizard people that did it.
yeah,
It was a lizard people.
and Osama bin Laden.
The baby eating lizard people.
All right, we got to rip through these, man. I don't know.
What do we gotta rip
called
through?
in while the NFL picks.
Oh shit! So just say I did the best as usual.
Week 5, Mad Mike 7-7. Well, actually 7-8
Yeah, no, 7.
because we all picked the Browns.
I picked the 49ers.
Yeah, it really did. Yeah, you know, the important season.
So you went 9 and Crazy Joe went 9-6, and Leland went 8-7.
Okay, so overall total, I'm still beating everybody in picks though.
How did
Probably.
I do?
Terribly.
Terrible.
Absolutely.
Absolutely atrocious.
You know,
I think
9-6. You went 9-6.
yeah.
it's gonna be funny because like I guarantee you, like a
I'm
while
on
back,
7.
he's gonna like if we have him on, he's gonna have impressions of us possibly, and I'm like, oh,
I'm ready for the Mad Mike impersonation.
that one's not that hard.
He's just gonna walk in here with like a
gonna need
24 pack of Coors Light.
He's going to need a handle of vodka before he walks in.
Yeah,
Where's my rugby cup?
he's wearing a Buc-ee's t-shirt.
Well, hopefully when he comes back, this place will be redone. The sound and stuff will be fixed. Finally, we'll figure out
I'm
what
just
it is
excited, like I said, for
that's
the diarrhea show that you and Alex are gonna be gone for. That's gonna be spectacular.
You know, the way things are going, I'm not too worried about it because you guys might not even get on the air.
The diarrhea bonanza, as we're gonna call that.
Diarrhea banana.
If diarrhea
Chuck's
bonanza-
actually able to make it.
Yeah, I
No,
mean,
he said he would.
Chuck-
All right,
Chuck
Thursday
might be
night.
terrified.
Thursday night. Giants, Patriots.
Do you really
Pass.
have to ask us if we're trying to speedrun this?
Patrick. That's just
Patriots.
Patrick! What are you, my mother?
Oh my god.
Just put down Patriots for all of us.
Yeah, pretty
All
much.
right, I got you.
Okay.
All right. Carolina versus Tampa Bay. Carolina coming off a
Carolina.
win with their backup quarterback because it looks like Cam Newton's career is done.
Carolina.
But his fashion designer one won't be.
Cats.
Cats.
Yeah, Cats.
I'm going to pick the Panthers too.
Taking the kitty cats.
Cats. They can't be worse than the Cats trailer.
Yeah, and Joe sucks.
Well, you know, unless you're
I
watching,
like how you're doing this on like an Excel spreadsheet.
unless you're watching Cats in Broadway live,
Have you
it's
not?
really a freaky ass play, and it's not.
True.
Doesn't translate to the
I've
Very
seen a
few
production
musicals
of it.
actually do translate over. I was hoping,
Except for Fiddler on the Roof.
oh yeah,
Probably
that
the greatest
translated
musical
pretty well.
of
But yeah,
all
Family
time.
Opera was horrible. Les Mis missed by a mile.
Seattle versus Cleveland. Browns coming off a loss against a San Francisco team that just might be a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah, no, we're gonna go with the Seahawks.
I'm going to stick with my Browns.
the Seahawks are squaws. Squaw! Telling you, man,
What do you got,
they've been
Matt?
doing pretty good
Patty?
this season.
I'm
Surprisingly.
taking those sea chickens, man. Browns look like spicy garbage.
Yeah, and the Seahawks have been pretty good this season, so.
Yeah, they only have one loss.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. You know,
Pete Carroll.
doing better than a lot.
Houston versus Kansas City coming off a fresh loss from Indianapolis. I'm picking the Chiefs.
Yeah, they're gonna bounce back.
The Chiefs
Yeah.
beat the crap out of the Texans.
Yep. Let's
Oops.
go with
Didn't spell that right.
that. What is the Chiefs?
The Chefs?
The Chefs. You
What,
picking
what commercial was that for? What was it, 50?
The Chiefs?
The Chefs, yeah.
Washington versus Miami, the toilet bowl. Somebody's going to leave this game with a win.
It's the
Miami.
tank game.
I think it's going to be a tie 0-0.
I'm picking the Redskins.
It's whoever's the
Redskins.
least in the negative.
Miami wants that Alabama quarterback.
Who you got, Redskins?
Yeah, Redskins.
Miami.
The foreskin.
The
Isn't that what he
Cubans.
calls them?
The foreskins. Yeah.
Who do you got, Leland?
I think the Dolphins are going to be the least shitty team in that game.
That's what I'm saying, man. You have to have
That
faith
could be,
in,
but they've been playing like horrible.
Nah.
Eagles versus the Vikings.
Eagles.
Vikings is a big dumpster.
Yeah,
I'm with Magma. Go with the Birds.
the Eagles have been pretty decent this season doing Eagle stuff, like being trashy people in general.
Because they're from Philly.
Yeah.
Saints versus Jacksonville. I'm picking the
Saints.
Jags.
Who dat? New Orleans.
Yeah. I mean, wait, who? Yeah, but isn't Gardner Minshew their quarterback though?
Yeah, but I mean he's not bad.
Who do you got, Leland?
Yeah, but he's like really cool.
I think the Saints.
That
Yeah.
dude is like
Bridgewater's coming off of like 4 touchdowns.
guy's-
Cincinnati versus Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Ravens.
Yeah, for sure. More bird teams. And so I could say, historically speaking, this season animal teams have been doing better than
The
non-animal
Cincinnati
teams.
Kittens suck.
49ers. I mean, even though I don't like this anything about this game at all because it's a California team versus another one. We're gonna have to go with.
Well, the Rams are horrible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we're going
yeah,
with the 49ers.
49ers.
49ers look to be legit.
Yeah, legitimately crap because they're the stupidest team on the West Coast. Oh.
That wasn't.
And there it goes again. God dang it.
Oh no, OBS reconnected.
All right.
Paduker.
So we're gonna go with the birds.
Atlanta versus Arizona.
Birds.
Another two
Birds.
teams.
Birds.
Well, they're
boys,
both.
they're
Well, they're both
both
birds. So you
The
want a
bigger
cardinal
birds.
or you want a falcon?
The least crappy bird. I guess Arizona.
Bigger bird.
Atlanta.
Big birds.
Atlanta's doing shitty this year.
So is Arizona.
The least shitty bird.
Nah, it's the Seahawks. They're the best birds.
In this particular category.
Yeah.
Tennessee versus Denver.
The Titans.
I'm gonna go with Denver.
Why would you go
Really?
with Denver?
Yeah.
They did win this week.
Yeah, I would be saying the Titans, man.
What's the Titans record?
They just came off a.
Oh, they're both horrible teams.
Yeah.
They lost to the Bucks.
Dallas versus the New York Jets in New York.
Gonna have to go with those
Those Peaches Cowboys.
Unfortunately.
I think I go with Denver on the last one, but yeah, Cowboys because the Cowboys aren't as bad as the Jets, so they're getting pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's not September anymore.
They're doing trash.
I'm picking the Jets.
That's stupid.
Pittsburgh versus the Los Angeles Chargers.
Chargers.
The Bolty boys.
Yeah, I'm going with the Chargers too. Because Pittsburgh's not what their fourth-string backup quarterback. They brought it from the practice squad.
Yeah. I mean, they should just disband that team.
Detroit versus Green Bay.
Green
on
Bay.
Monday night.
Green Bay for sure. Green Bay, all the way. Everybody knows Green Bay.
Honestly, well, it's in Green Bay, but you know,
Yeah,
the lines
isn't
like
it? Yeah, is it at Lambeau
It's in
Field?
Green Bay.
Oh yeah, definitely Green Bay
Green
for sure.
Bay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because you know.
Can all suck.
Whoa, it's not my fault. Their team's not doing good. wait, what's their record?
If it wasn't Detroit, I would have said,
We're not Detroit.
How many losses does Detroit have now?
2.
Yeah, there you go.
2 losses.
So
They're
therefore,
1, 2, and 1.
yeah. So they're
No, actually they're 2, 1, and 1. They got 1 loss.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna lose for sure.
2, 1, and 1.
Again to the Packers.
All right. Well, this was a great show.
Cheese
I'm gonna
people.
have it's very rare we have talent like that on here, and
I'm here all the
sorry
time.
for the audio. It's not Patty's fault, but it is his fault. We're gonna get it squared away. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. We had a great time. We'll be back. Our guest will definitely be back. Timothy Banfield, look him up. check them out. We'll be back next week, and then we're taking a week off as me and the player to be named later are going to go pepper some ducks up in Michigan.
The Diarrhea Bonanza, which will be the
Diarrhea
best show.
Bonanza Slider Baby Show. Will be
Are we naming these things like each episode like a thing?
Not really.
We should be like having some of the more
Themed.
Yeah, like important things. Like the diarrhea bonanza is gonna be like the starting point. So from there we're gonna have like an individual name for each show.
I think you and I are gonna have to figure out a way to have a kill switch.
Yeah.
To where
Like
we can't stop
switch.
Yeah, maybe we can ask one of our
Outlaw podcast
fine representatives from the Huddle Police Department to just come over and cut our power.
Outlaw podcast.
We'll deal with it when I go back.
So just make it happen. Just drive by, hit the switch, and leave.
Yeah.
I
have no garage door. Just walk in and hit the main switch, man.
We'll be in here with like a generator going, and you'll be like,
You guys should do a show about how to put a garage door back together.
Yeah.
We'll just take the
Actually,
batteries
spent
from
about
all the
4 hours
scooters and the
today trying to
hobos.
salvage that one piece, and it just is not sellable.
So Matt, Mike, and I will just take all the batteries from the hobo camps that the hobos stole from the scooters. So
the scooter episode.
There was a lot of rivets that were ripped out.
Hey man, if you don't want your toys getting all messed up, don't leave your toys out in the street.
That's right. Don't leave your toys in the street.
I'm not gonna hate on the homeless for doing that. Hey, pick up your fucking toys. Stop leaving them all on the sidewalk and shit. Right? You're gonna mess with them.
Yeah, every time I see one, I try
The
to...
homeless are going to take the batteries and LED lights and light their tents with them.
One of my favorite things that I see is like whenever there's like a whole bunch and like somebody just kind of walks by and pushes them all over and walks away like super quick, like
that's
nobody
hilarious.
noticed. Yeah, I'm like, I mean, everybody...
That pisses me off because I'm like, hey, asshole. People have to see that.
Yeah, and that's hilarious.
And it's funny.
So like when I'm in a vehicle, like a car, because I don't ride around on a silly scooter, and I see somebody push them all over, and I'm like, take that scooter, people. Go and scoot somewhere else. It's a scooter-free zone.
All right. Well, I think we've milked this about as far as we're going to go. We got our picks in for next week.
Yeah.
Great guests. Great show. A lot of fun. Thanks for showing up, guys. We're going to figure this out.
True.
Yeah.
Or else
Thanks
the
first.
computer's getting office space and we'll just burn the studio down.
Yeah, burn it down.
Hell
well,
yeah.
I wouldn't burn the studio down, but like maybe
studio. And then we'll build a new one.
Yeah.
'Cause if you build it, they will come.
Okay.
Not wrong.
A lot.
Well, there is a cornfield around here, but yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining us, folks. This has been a blast. Thanks to Timothy Banfield for coming in and making the show a whole lot better. Fantastic talent. Timothy Banfield. Funny Guy Tim on YouTube. Go check him out. We'll be back next week. And then we're taking a week off. And the shit show will be, I'm sure, something that you'll enjoy. But I'm going to enjoy my beer for my birthday. And chalk another week up of ACL driving and all this other stuff. Anyway, I'm rambling now. Let's get out of here. I'm Mike Allen. This is a Fort Kick-Ass production of the Radio Man Cave. And for Leland Freeman, player to be named later, Danger Davis, Mad Mike, our guest, Timothy Banfield, and myself, Mike Allen, you have been on the air. We'll see you next week.
Great job, team. Head back to base for debriefing and cocktails.